If you could learn any skill right now, what would it be?
If you could learn any language,
Language is easy. Skill is harder.
skill. Okay.
That's why I went with that question.
Good question.
You asked such
I refuse to answer the
such
question.
broad questions that I didn't think, and I don't like it.
No,
Okay,
just
no, how about this? How about
skills.
this? What skills would you like if you could learn any skill right now, what would it be? But you have to give like your immediate gut reaction. Before I heard that question, I immediately
my answer was my gut. So
yeah, but when you said that, my immediate thought was backflips. I want to be able to do backflips. I want to
Wow.
So there we go.
That's better than me. I was immediately like, how do sex good?
Oh no.
Wow.
Okay, so we have
I mean, fair, but
yours is probably more useful than mine, honestly. So
I don't know. I mean, maybe you can combine the two skills.
What if it's a
Oh
skill
my
you
gosh,
already kind of know
backflip
how to do?
sucks.
You just want to instantly do it better.
I mean, that's the boring answer, though. What's your gut reaction?
I was gonna say like animate or draw.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
Animation's a good one.
Like,
That's
do
something
it,
I like.
professional, like, and just like not need to worry about like training that skill like from like base levels. Like I would do that.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I like that.
Damn, I let my primal elements take over like my true like desire.
Now we know why you didn't want to answer.
Krista is more on track. She is not
instantly
held
have
down.
all the knowledge and skills to make your own anime.
Yeah.
No,
Krista has the better one.
Joey wants the Quoth like sex training from
Yeah.
like book 2 of Name of the Witch.
He literally goes through a sex training arc.
He does.
Joey's gonna become like a porn star.
It's like as soon as I gain the skill, like I immediately grow like a really thick mustache.
And become like a douchebag.
Yeah. Well, I've already got that one down.
Touch your touch real good.
Why would you say that?
Wait, what? What did you say?
Say that again.
No.
Recording.
No. Okay.
Okay, we can play it back.
Okay, so
yeah, definitely let us know what she said.
He's going to get a sound bite of that. Just
Yep.
So
I'm gonna send it to your mom.
quiet. No.
Oh dear.
No, do it. Actually, yeah, do it. Send it to your mom.
Oh, the things I'm going to say in Konosuba.
My
Oh,
answer
man.
is really boring.
Okay.
My gut reaction was I want to learn IT because people who work in IT make a lot of money, and I've been looking into it. But,
Yeah.
yeah, I would like to skip past all the like going to school and shit and just be good at it.
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. That shit's dumb.
Right? School sucks.
School is freaking balls.
I have a second answer, and that second answer that's also a gut reaction is I'd like to be able to turn into black goo.
Specifically black goo.
Why though? I don't think that's a skill, Paul. I think that's.
If we were in a video
He's
game, it would
staring
be a
at
skill.
the Fortnite screen. The people are turning into like.
Yeah, that's
like-
the Fortnite update where everybody turns.
Oh my
They
God.
turn into
Right. I'm gonna use the restroom.
Okay.
So Ryan, what skill do you want to learn?
So, I mean, the gut reaction right now is what I've been trying to work on. It would be how to successfully own and operate a business.
Aw,
That's good.
That's your
Like,
that's your gut
it's
reaction?
so boring compared to other things like being good.
Well, why was mine the only one that was like completely?
wait, but like, what kind of business would you build? Do you have any business plan?
I have multiple ideas right
Ah,
now,
that's-
but it's like it's one of those things where I mean, I went to school for chemistry. It had nothing to do with anything like business related. So now it's
Yeah.
like
It's a whole
trying to start like a bartending business and trying to figure out like, okay, how does an LLC work and how do you do
Yeah, yeah.
taxes after that? And I'm like,
Interestingly enough, I feel like this question might have like been the most like revealing question we've actually asked so far.
probably
Like,
actually.
if you think about it, what people demonstrated about themselves, like Ryan, he's like, you know, he's actually like kind of grounded and responsible. Krista, she's really focused on whatever, you know, her interests are.
Joey is very fucking lonely right now.
Joey is down bad, and he's also primal, and Paul is a child. Wait, did Johnny have?
No.
No.
I'm gonna go with being able to sleep on command.
Oh, that's good.
Well, on my own command.
I was gonna say, is it other people's
That
command?
that reveals something about Johnny too, because Johnny is like go 24/7, like most energetic person I know, but he just wants to turn off.
Well, that would be a
fair.
life hack too, though. Really, you could like optimize yourself so much.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, I waste a lot of time, and I lose sleep. I have a very long winding down time. It's my sleep schedule when it varies. It's just there's so much. It's that I could do both relaxing and purposeful. That it's just having this long sleep time and it being a big iffy thing is just hard.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
Perfect control of your own sleep would be great.
yeah, that would.
that would be cool.
I almost feel like that's kind of like one of those like God asked Solomon what he wanted, and he like asked for wisdom, and it was the best answer. Like, I think control of sleep would really be like a hack.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Very good answers, everybody.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I was like the whole time until Paul mentioned like that this question was actually kind of revelatory. Like I was like, I don't want to use this. I'm gonna have to ask us to do another question. But now I think like I'm satisfied with that.
That was pretty good, honestly.
It felt good for everyone. It was therapeutic.
That was beautiful,
Just
guys.
like the orgy that Joey's going to have once he gets.
I never want to be tired again. Do you understand?
Is falling asleep at will, is that a skill that you can develop? Because
It might be.
You can train your mind and body to do all kinds of things, dude.
You know, then someone should tell me how.
Do you know how much that would help with like chronic issues and psychosomatic issues and
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
A lot.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
I just want to be financially stable, guys, and I want to work from home. God damn it! I don't wanna
Would
leave
love
my
that.
freaking house.
Yeah. Okay, so with that out of the way, that self-revelation and shit, I think it's time to start this episode of Teen Titans Roll. I have 2 episode synopsises open right now.
I took the road less traveled by.
Yes. So, okay. So here is essentially the situation, just to lay it out there. Cyborg has laid some traps, and it does bump the base level of security up a little bit for the tower from where the show was. Now, I fully accept the argument that Mad Mod circumvented their security in the original one. However, I have the counterpoint that security in season 1 of the Teen Titans is kind of shit because like the tower gets broken into multiple times, not even just to mention just like Blackfire shows up and goes in there. And last time I even had Blackfire get fucked up by his taser thing. So, taking all of this into account, I think that this should really, as is appropriate for a Dungeons and Dragons podcast, be left to a roll. Mad Mod has his own abilities and stuff. That's kind of a secret from you guys. But all things taken into account, I am going to roll a d20 in the Roll20 chat so that you guys can see it. And if it is bad, Mad Mod will fail at getting, because he reveals that he puts knockout gas, basically through the ventilation systems in the episode. And that's how you guys normally would start the episode, waking up in his trap. If he fails, something else will happen. So, if there's nothing else anyone wants to say about that, I will proceed with the roll.
No, that sounds fair.
Okay. All right. I'm going to roll now. That is a 14. That's not really the end of things. That's a pretty middling roll, to be honest.
Did you have a DC?
I did have a kind of a general DC in mind, and I wanted him to do more convincingly good on the roll, because the traps in place are sort of an issue of like detection, perception, and also like magical perception, because Cyborg has placed, just for the listeners' sake, Cyborg has placed alarm spells around the entrances and accesses to the tower. And he's also queued for like a web spell to activate. So it's sort of one of those things where if you don't magically detect that there's an alarm spell active, it's no good. You will activate it. Person will be notified. The traps will activate, and then it's just moments before Cyborg can start acting to back that up. So regardless, I think I would consider this a failure on Mad Mod's end.
So it wasn't a 50-50
because
roll.
It's not a 50-50. It's like it's a skill.
Oh. Does he have modifiers? Does he have mad modifiers?
Mad modifiers.
He's got some stuff, but the thing is, it's more like it was a DC and he didn't really get it.
Okay.
Completely.
I want to see what happens. Let's do it.
What happens?
Okay. So, Titans, or first, Cyborg. You are awoken by now, do you have the alarm set to just alert you or to go through the whole tower? Like, as an alarm situation?
I think it activates something in the tower. So we wouldn't know if it happened if we were gone.
All right, yeah. Fair enough. So, alarms start going off. Everyone wakes up. You guys all wake up. The alarms are going off. Cyborg. Yeah, because it tells you an alarm alerts you whenever a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the warded area. So it would, I think you would know that it's the roof access. The ventilation system access has been activated. So there is an intruder on the roof.
I pick up my communicator. I'm like, hey, wake up! Wake up! Everybody, there's something on the roof. It's probably not a dog.
Okay. So you guys stumble out of bed, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get my
Okay.
gun.
Wearing cartoony nightcaps and nightgowns and everything.
Yeah.
Just take the elevator.
Yeah, you guys start taking the elevator, which you notice. Do you want to activate the modifications you've made to the elevator?
Heck yeah! Rocket power!
Okay, so as you guys get into the elevator, it fucking like shoots up at like ridiculous speed, and you guys get to the roof like really fast. And it's like, yeah, Cyborg has put rockets in the elevator so that it will go up and down faster.
It's not gonna like slam us on like the roof and kill us or something, right?
I don't think so. No, it's just extra movement and speed. The thing about Mad Mod is that he's literally just an old man. So let me roll.
His cane isn't even magic yet.
Are we bullying an old man?
Like we haven't done that before. When we fought Mumbo.
Fair enough. Oh yeah, definitely, 100%.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, no, that's a 9.
Oh no.
And he's definitely not rocking any bonuses. So you guys get up to the roof. You all jump out in a dramatic superhero pose, ready to fight whatever the threat is. Like, oh, is Slade sending his robots to assassinate us or whatever? And you see this figure in the dark, like that they're by the ventilation access. The top of like one of the vents is off, and this turret is like pointed in an area, and it's just shot this creature with a web spell, like a net, basically. And it is now struggling, and he's like, "Oi, what the fucking cunts!"
Language.
It's bloody cunts.
So yeah, do you guys go over to inspect this intruder?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So you go over and you see this old human man with these like kind of weird half like spectacle things, and he has this like bag, and he also has this like thing on his back. It's all bent and fucked up because he's like in the net, and it looks like this basically like it's like a backpack propeller that sticks out, like he helicoptered onto the roof with this device, and but now he's trapped in the net and he's struggling and cursing. He's dressed in black, but like if you kind of shine light on the black, you see there's like some semi-reflective like Union Jack patterns like in it, in like the weaving of his shirt and stuff, and like the beanie he's wearing on his head. And he's like, "Oi!" He's like, "You get me out of this right this instant, you little duckies!"
An old man fell from the sky.
Why is there a man on the roof?
Why does he have an accent?
Wait, hold on. He has a propeller from his back. I thought this dude was just homeless, trying to find a place to sleep.
Beast Boy, is this the Santa Claus? Did we Tim Allen the Santa Claus?
No, he's not dead. I don't think.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I'm good old Saint Nick. I was just coming to deliver your presents.
Does he make it? Does he have a deception check?
Well, go ahead and roll insight if you want to really be able to tell if he's lying.
I know I failed it. I'm thrilled. I'm very excited.
Oh yeah, where's your red suit and your reindeer?
So he, okay, just from passive, like definitely Robin and Raven immediately know this. He's definitely lying. Obvious, just aside from like the obvious fact that he's not Santa Claus. So yeah, like most of you, if you want to, like you're not fooled.
He's obviously not in a red velvet outfit, so it's not Santa Claus.
It's not the Christmas?
Oh, shut up, you dumb little sprog!
Why are you trying to break into our tower?
What did he just say?
Yeah.
What?
Sprog! I called you a sprog, you sprog!
Nobody knows what a sprog is.
The Beast Boy is not a sprog. A sprog has 6 legs, 3 antennae, and 18 eyes.
Wait, are you a Terramangian? What the heck are you anyway?
Terramangian.
What?
Oh, what?
Terravethian?
For me, I'm a
Tamaranian.
That's the one. Yeah. He doesn't come. He's not a Tamaranian, is he?
I mean,
he's not.
He sounds like he's British.
He is not a Tamaranian.
He's definitely not a Tamaranian cyborg.
None of my people are that ugly.
Oh, I thought he was from Australia.
Oi, you little snot!
Oh, I know that word.
This is a bad Christmas.
What month is it?
I could actually kind of semi-find that out for you based off of episode releases. Let me see.
I think we should just call the cops and let them sort this out.
This is episode 10. It's September. It's late September.
Yes, Christmas in September.
That sounds to defend My Girl Starfire. September and December, the words sound kind of the same. If this is
yeah.
So there's November, October.
Yep.
Every November month, she's like, "Is it the time yet?"
Aww.
What is the snow?
Excited for Christmas.
Super excited.
Aww.
So, do you guys just want to call the police about it, or deliver him to the precinct?
Off our property.
Yeah.
He's real dirty.
Homeless man.
Oi, that's not very polite, like. You lot should really be in school, not living in some mansion.
You know what's not polite? Breaking into our tower.
Hey, Beast Boy, he's right. Shouldn't you be in school?
Heck no.
He's like, nah, you duckies should be in school, not getting in the way, getting in good old honest villain's ways.
Well,
that's you are a villain.
Something a villain would.
Wait, shite.
Hey, Robin, what do you think we should do with this guy?
You got your aircraft cables?
I do. I was thinking we just steal his.
So unnecessary.
Can I just steal his propellers and set him loose? He doesn't seem that dangerous.
Wait, does he have propellers? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Well, he has like a backpack with like a propeller out of it that he probably like used to like fly onto the roof.
I mean, I feel like you can definitely have that. But then I feel like we should just call the cops, have them come pick him up, breaking and entering and such.
I mean, my aircraft cables are downstairs. I didn't exactly stick them up my butt before I came up.
Well, he's caught in a web. You know, it's no real rush. He just looks like a regular old man. He has this sack. Do you want to investigate what's in his big sack?
Oh, he has a sack?
The Christmas
Yeah.
I love investigate.
Do not get my hopes up again. I do not wish to look in this man's sack.
I want to look in the man's sack.
Beast Boy, what's in his sack?
Oh dear.
So you open it, and there are all these there are all these like plastic like containers, and they all have like these labels on them with like a big like skull and crossbones. And just investigating it a little bit, like some of you guys can figure out that he's carrying like some like highly potent like powdered like knockout gas, essentially, that like you would feed into like a ventilation system. Like Robin, you recognize that what grade of stuff this is, that like you'd feed this into a ventilation system, it's like really fine, and it's like high yield, like could knock out like, you know, even very, very powerful, powerfully constituted like metahumans.
This old man has some really powerful sleeping.
Very illegal, by the way, if that was not obvious.
That could have been really bad.
He's a sleep poison thief.
Perhaps he wished to die peacefully.
On top of the tower?
He's here on the Titan's tower to euthanize himself.
Oh my gosh.
Because he wanted to see the whole city.
Because the youths live here.
He's like, "Oi, what's the state of children these days? That's some messed up thinking."
I'm gonna walk away a little bit and radio the police to come pick him up.
All right, no problem. The police will show up soon. They'll send a helicopter out with like a tactical unit, and they come out and arrest him, because it is like, when you describe him, it actually does ping some like Interpol like criminal alerts. So even though he's restrained, they do show up like in full tac gear, and they immediately they like grab him and push him to the ground and like start like cuffing his arms and legs. He's like, "Oi, damn pigs!"
Right before they come, I want to. Can I take some of the knockout powder?
Sure. Are you just taking like one canister, or are
you
just
like... one canister, and then I'm going to give the rest to the police.
Can I?
All right.
Do you do this in a sneaking manner?
Yeah, it's illegal.
It's an illegal substance.
No.
Well, he was okay. So you just take it in front of the rest of the team, is what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm watching. That's all I'll say.
I'm gonna hand it to the cyborg.
Okay, you hand it to Cyborg,
and I'm gonna say, is there a way that you can, what's it called? Analyze that to see if there's a way to prevent against this. I don't like that he has that and he was on top of the tower.
I look at it and say, "Oh yeah, I'm sure I can figure this out. I have some knockout gas of my own. Can I kind of fiddle with it and try to see if how it works?"
That would be a longer process of like chemical analysis.
I'm giving the DM an opening. Okay. I'll do it later.
Yeah. We'll say that's a longer process, and I need to figure that out.
No problem.
Okay, so, all right, you guys, yeah, so the tactical unit shows up, arrests him. They thank you for stopping him, for your good work. And they say that they are going to be getting him to the prison, and then he will likely need to be he will need to be extradited to the United Kingdom. So yeah, that's this weird occurrence that happened in the middle of the night. So do you guys just want to go back to sleep?
Starfire looks at the camera and says, I guess that is the end of the episode.
Okay, have a good night, guys, and
thank you for watching our show.
Have a good night.
All right, yeah, it's like as you guys huddle back into the elevator, it's like it's like the circle closes and black screen, but then the circle opens again to a scene of you guys all the next morning, eating breakfast and getting ready for your day. You finally have a bit of downtime. Other than the random old man on the roof, nothing really seems to have been to be disturbing you yet. So what would you guys like to do?
oh gosh,
I'm watching TV, man.
Okay.
It's not like I have to go to school.
We just got off a train. The railroad is gone. Where are we?
You have escaped.
I go plop down in the couch next to my fancy, weird-looking ball full of orbs.
When did you get a
Okay.
ball full of orbs?
What? Is it Orbis?
And no, I did not tell them the code word to activate the grenade launcher.
Okay. Okay. So that information is not public.
I picked something that I didn't expect them all to say in casual conversation. And if they do say it in casual conversation, I honestly, I kind of want to know.
Fair enough. So you guys are settling for some TV and relaxation. If there's anything you guys want to follow up on based on recent events, feel free to do so.
I think we should ask Robin about if he knows why the CIA or whatever hasn't contacted us.
Are you gonna do that, Beast Boy?
that was actually exactly what I was thinking about doing.
Robin, what happened to the whole undercover CIA thing?
I don't actually know. We contacted them a long time ago. At this point,
Was it the phone scam?
You heard any news of that Plastic Man guy? Is he busy?
I haven't heard back from them at all. I was going to try and maybe contact them again. With being in my head
Robin,
so long, I lost it a little bit.
Suddenly your communicator starts to ring serendipitously.
It's like something was meant to happen today.
Hey, I yell to Beast Boy, "Hey, Beast Boy, you want to play VR? I got a new rig up.
Yes.
Let's do it." I have this new levitation thing, so we're suspended while in VR. It's really let's do it.
Ew.
Cool. All right. So,
This is
Robin,
VR.
you get a call, and you step away for a moment to take it. While you're doing that, I will go over to Raven and Starfire.
Okay.
So you two have had ever since your psychedelic experience, you've had some moments where, you'll have a dream and you'll remember some imagery from the experience, or you'll just be going about your day kind of daydreaming, and some elements of it will come back into your mind.
Are you
The
talking
things
about
that
me or
you-
Starfire?
You Star. Yeah. Yeah, Paul. No, Starfire. So Starfire and Raven, back when you guys took that drug, when you took it, what you mostly recognize about it is that you had a bad trip. However, there were some fairly poignant points of memory about it. You remember a little bit about this great looming figure who was like a gray-skinned man in with a cape and a green cape and cloak, and he had green gloves and it was in underwear things, and had Peter Pan shoes, and that's just an image you'll see when you close your eyes as one of those weird after image light bulb situations. You also remember you have this name in your head, you've heard it before.
Yeah, sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night sweating and I just say Constantine and I don't know what it means and I go back to sleep.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty much you guys have this name, John Constantine, and you feel like you've heard of it in passing, you should know it. And so now you two find yourself with a little bit of downtime that you haven't had in a while.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say that during the downtime I was gonna look up John Constantine. So
okay.
I think that while she's looking up John Constantine, I am awkwardly standing behind her and watching over her shoulder.
Okay. Would that really qualify as offering assistance? I'm not sure. I'm going to go ahead and say so because I want the plot to continue. So go ahead and roll, Raven. Go ahead and roll investigation at advantage, and that's going to be an intelligence check, so it's going to be a d20 plus your intelligence.
Being near the beautiful Princess Coriander makes people inspired.
I just feel like you're really, giving me some moral support right now.
Yeah.
Also, if you know what, actually you could use Arcana for this check, so go ahead and so you will get your proficiency bonus. Oh wow,
Net 20.
Nice.
See, Starfire, I don't even need your help.
So, oh wow, okay, yeah, that's really good. So with this, it's it doesn't take you long to find the information at all. And you are oh, I've heard. Oh, you hadn't heard of by name, but you had heard about the reputation of this individual. He is a member of the Justice League Reserves, he's based in London. He's a magical practitioner, and he is sort of an infamous figure. He's part of the reserves, not out of a placement of respect as much out of necessity. He's who they call when they got no other choice. With that, you get a description of him. That he's what he looks like in general. And yeah, he's based in London.
Do we know what he does? Because I don't want us to assume that Raven's player knows Constantine.
Oh yeah. So John Constantine, he is a practitioner of the magical arts, and he is, there's things in the files that you find about dealing with demons and angels and all sorts of shit in between, and he is who the Justice League calls when there's magic shit that they really can't deal with through anyone else's help, it would seem. And very powerful, yeah, it would seem.
Okay. Do we know where he is in London?
That's a little more vague. So actually, the file's a little confusing about his basing. It just generally says London, but it doesn't give an exact address, and there's actually a status like location mobile.
Okay.
And then there's a subnote, and it says sometimes Kentucky.
Okay. How close are we to Kentucky?
Well, for you with teleportation, Kentucky and London are almost like it's not relevant.
Right. Okay. I asked Starfire if she ever wants to go on a road trip.
That sounds the great. I was trying to think of a 2003 thing to say.
Yeah.
Sounds radical. Oh wait, no, that's new.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have time for a road trip now, or if you want to plan that in a later session, Joey.
Okay, yeah. Now,
teleport anywhere?
She has the teleportation spell.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever the DM says, I don't know.
That's sort of Raven's thing, is like teleportation, so yep. So going back for a moment after that discovery to the phone call that you've been having, Robin, basically, you answer the phone and you hear Agent Morgan, the FBI agent that you met alongside Plastic Man. She says, "Hello, Robin. I hope I'm not catching you at a bad time."
No, not at all. I've been waiting to hear from you.
Yes, I'm very sorry about that. We had some trouble relocating. Would you be willing to bring the team to meet us at our apartment? We just got set up in town.
Yeah, just send me the address.
Will do. And you basically she hangs up, and you get, I guess it would be like a pager. It would be in the communicator, but it would be like a page situation. And you get this address in town, this apartment complex in Jump City.
Okay. Then I'm gonna walk back and meet back with the team, and just be like, "Hey guys, sorry to stop your VR playing. But we got a contact from Agent Morgan. If everybody's ready, we're gonna go meet her."
Ah! What? Sorry.
Just doesn't hear you at all and then screams.
Brown kind of shakes his head and wonders why he came back to lead this team.
Oh, shit.
And then smiles.
All right. Well, is that good with everyone?
Yes. All right. By the way, also I want to point out, I mentioned to Joey that Beast Boy, when he found out about a vampire, he started putting garlic in his windowsill and like sharpening sticks and trying to figure out like what to do.
That's
but
fair.
It's like very poorly articulated, and just like he's just like has like garlic cloves on like his counter, and that's it.
So Beast Boy like smells like garlic now, is what you're telling me. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
he didn't do his research. He's just like, they don't like garlic. I'm just gonna put a bunch of garlic in my room.
Yeah, no, I think we follow along, or at least I would. I want to know what's up with my sister.
Mhm.
That.
Cyborg, what game were we playing?
You guys were definitely playing Beat Sabers.
This is 2003, except I guess he made VR
I
before.
was gonna say VR didn't exist in 2000. Well, no. You know what? There was a virtual reality attempt on the N64.
Yeah, what games? Yeah,
or was it Dreamcast? It might have been Dreamcast.
Playing like
Hold
Mario.
on, I gotta send this to you. No, it was like really bad. Hold on. They didn't have good games on it. It like failed. It failed miserably. I'm gonna find it.
Paul, I feel like this is one of your bathroom breaks where it's like Joey's not sure what's going to happen next. He's like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Mario
He never
Kart
comes
Double
back.
Dash came out in 2003.
Luigi's Mansion.
Tony Hawk's Underground came out in 2003.
No. This is you guys got to be playing the Dreamcast or the VR for Dreamcast.
Well, that was old even then, though, wasn't it?
They made like 1 or 2 games for it, and it failed. And I'm trying to remember more
The
about
Sonic
it.
Shuffle.
I think it was Dreamcast. I
Was
might be
it a
wrong.
VR thing?
It was an attempt at VR.
That sounds dangerous.
It was not good. That's what I heard. I'm trying to remember what it was called.
They made VR Troopers, the video game.
Unless I'm just imagining something that doesn't exist.
It's the Mandela effect.
Yeah, right? You know, it might be.
Maybe Cyborg like made a VR set for like the game systems that like already existed. So it was like just a VR like set, like he was like testing his own like VR like.
Oh yeah. It's VR, but you know how people try and like have freedom of movement in VR? This is like giving better freedom of movement in VR. You're like suspended and can move however you want.
There apparently was a VR set in 1968. It looks super weird. That's not what I was looking for.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello.
All right, so you guys head to this location in town, and you arrive at this apartment complex. It looks pretty mediocre, not extravagant, not super rundown, but definitely middle of the road. And you get there in like the parking lot area, and kind of out, you see Agent Morgan and Plastic Man standing there, and they wave you down, and you land nearby. And they say, "Okay, right this way. We'll show you to our apartment." And they start leading you up some stairs to another floor. And as they're going, Agent Morgan is just like apologizing to you, Robin. She says, "Oh, I'm so sorry. We went ghost there for so long. It was much harder for us to relocate to Jump City from Mammoth City, New Jersey than we thought. At least without, getting CIA attention."
That's completely fine. We had some hiccups along the way too, so it worked out well in the end.
She says, "Oh yes, I heard some things. I wanted to ask you." And like at kind of cutting her off, like Plastic Man is like just starts very loudly like shit greeting everyone and shaking everyone's hands. "Hey there, how you doing, little Missy? Oh hey, oh you're a big one." And he like morphs into like a big buff guy to like match like Cyborg's stature. He's like, "Hey, how you doing there, young man?" Like very very like obnoxious and extroverted, and just like shaking everyone's hands. "Oh, hello there." And as you are going up, you get to this door, and Agent Morgan, she opens this door as you guys are kind of all out there, and you guys immediately see this girl standing in there about y'all's age, and she is in like a very goth outfit, like long dark hair and like the makeup all done in the goth way, like very pale skin, kind of like a tank top and then like this like black dress, and she's wearing like stilettos, and she has a candle in one hand that's burning, and she's holding like this scraggly looking black cat in the other hand, and she goes, "Welcome to our dungeon of chaos. I am Edwina, mistress of the undead. Satan loves you."
I look at Raven and I'm just like, "Are you related?"
And like as soon as she does that, like Plastic Man and Agent Morgan just start like moving immediately. They're like, "Stop that!" It's like, "We told you not to greet people that way." And they're like, and then like Plastic Man turns around and he's like, "Satan's the cat's name."
Well,
Raven, by the way,
okay.
responded with like that anime temple mark, like the red temple.
Oh yeah, to Beast Boy asking if she's related.
Yes.
Fair enough. So they all usher you in while like berating this teenager, and she's like, I'm just trying to express my true self. People can't accept that. That's their problem." And like Morgan is like, "Well, maybe your true self needs to be less off-putting." And Plastic Man is like, "Listen, Missy, you're in hot water already. You're lucky we even brought you on this trip." And she's just like rolls her eyes and she's like, "Whatever." And she like walks further in. Indeed. And you guys are getting the sense that, oh, this is like a family?
Yeah, like
You
before
didn't-
this, before
Very
this, I was like
confused.
trying to like pick up context clues about whether like Plastic Man and Agent Morgan are like living together. Like, and now it's just like that awkward thing where you like go to someone's house and like their family is like arguing about stuff, and you're just like,
Yeah.
like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Here?
It's very much that. They lead you in, and you guys all sit down at a table. And as things finally settle down, after like a while of like Plastic Man in like the kitchen, like arguing with Edwina, like, "Listen, we don't have to stay here forever. We'll go home soon. I promise. You just need to help us debrief." And she's like, "I'm not interested in your FBI shit." and it's really weird, but eventually you guys all settle down at the table, and Agent Morgan goes, "Okay, well, it's really good to actually meet all of you, and we are ready. We have made sure that this place isn't bugged. If you want to do your own investigation in that regard, though, I wouldn't take offense. But
Sorry, just to clarify for my memory, and I guess like the listeners, like who are these people? Like
yeah.
Like, I know they're.
So-
are they working with the FBI? Like,
Well, so Agent Morgan and like Plastic Man even and Agent Morgan are FBI agents, and they came to you basically a while ago and were like, "Yo, all the stuff with the Cinderblock stuff, like the hush up around it, that shouldn't have happened.
right?
That happened from the CIA, and it's bad.
Mhm.
And we want your help to. We know that the CIA vampire guy Joseph Logan has like approached you, or they found that out when they talked to you, and they were like, we want to try to do a sting to like get evidence on him so that we can convince the government not to work with him anymore, essentially."
Okay. So this isn't like a government operation we're participating in. It's like a It's like vaguely adjacent. It's like internal work.
Yeah, it's like internal work, and then also Plastic Man's a Justice League member, so there's another weird layering on top of it. So yeah. So basically they say, Agent Morgan is like, so we are ready to plan some infiltration, to start some infiltration planning with you guys. And to that end, we wanted to, well, our adopted daughter here, Edwina, she kind of like gives Edwina like a hug and like pulls her in, even though like Edwina is very like not into it. Edwina, well, before she was with us, she was being raised by her previous stepfather, who was himself a vampire. So we figured that she would be able to inform you guys pretty well about their weaknesses.
Sounds relatable.
The Beast Boy is already an expert on vampires' weaknesses.
They don't like garlic.
Edwina like immediately goes, "That's not true. That's an urban legend."
Oh, well, okay.
Well, I feel like, I mean, you probably know us all, but it's nice to meet you all, especially you, Edwina. And it would be really helpful to know the weaknesses of who we're going up against. I know we have Beast Boy, and he kind of like looks at Beast Boy for a second, but it has been hard figuring out between truth and like fact and actual myth.
So she looks at you all, and like her parents now are like sitting there looking at her. And there's a moment of like silence for a while, like as you're all kind of waiting. And she goes, "No, I'm not gonna do it." And they just explode. Like, they're like, "What are you talking about?" They just like freak out and start yelling at her. And she goes, "I'm not gonna do it unless they take me somewhere fun."
Well, where would be fun for you?
She says,
I feel like you and Raven would get along pretty well.
she looks at you like she looks at you like weirdly, like genuinely confused, and she's like, "Wait, why do you think that?"
Well, Raven's a fun-loving person, like you seem to be.
Good save.
Raven looks like she wants to leave.
And Raven, or no, not Raven, Edwina. I know it's hard. Edwina just is like, maybe like mysterious adventure or something. I'd go to a party, and she goes, "I'd go to a party too." And then immediately Plastic Man is like, "No, you are not going to a party. The last time I had to get you out of a party, I killed a kid."
Oh gosh.
Excuse me?
He looks at you and goes, the kid deserved it, okay?
Anyway.
I'm still not convinced this isn't a phone scam.
I mean, a mysterious adventure. I don't know if we have anything like that right now.
Raven, we could take her on our road trip.
I don't know if I want to babysit.
I'm not. She goes, "Hey, I'm the same age as you guys."
Is she really out of character?
Yes.
Shit.
lacking the sort of worldly wisdom that we've acquired over our many years as defenders of justice.
Yeah. Basically just like very dysfunctional from a lot of different. I mean, they've already mentioned a previous stepdad.
Is this going to be an escort?
Who was a vampire.
No, Raven, but it could be fun. We could, the three of us could get into a car and we would drive to London.
But why are you going to London?
Wait, why are you're going to the place that old man was from?
We are not going to the North Pole.
Question for DM: how many people can I teleport with me? Because that's gonna tell me right there whether or not I can take the child.
Okay, so teleport is you instantly transport you and up to 8 willing creatures, so 9 total, including yourself.
Okay, yeah, that's not an excuse then. Got it.
Yep. I already knew.
I don't know. I would really like us to get in a car and drive to England. I think.
Yeah, I don't think going into Raven's mind is an option this time. So,
Raven seems begrudgingly like okay with it. Like she'll do it if everyone else wants to, I guess, kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, this is the first that like a lot of you are hearing about this. Robin and Cyborg and Beast Boy, like,
yeah.
Suddenly it's like, oh, you guys need to go to London. Like, what is that about?
Just to be clear, in character, I am not suggesting that we warp the whole party to London to see Constantine. I am suggesting that these 3 characters get in a car and drive to England.
Okay. So that
the road
seems
trip
apparent
is an important part of it for Starfire.
So that Starfire wants it to be a road trip. However, most of you know, well, London's across an ocean, so
Raven is like intentionally not mentioning the teleportation yet. Just like waiting to see how long.
Yeah, so Cyborg, Robin, and Beast Boy, like, how do you react to this London subject?
I asked why London already. I haven't gotten a satisfying response.
No reason.
So I'm going to ask again, why are we talking about London?
Well, Robin, we went on a drug trip and we learned about a man named John Constantine. So now we're going to go meet him.
Agent Morgan just goes, I'm sorry, what? And Plastic Man goes, sounds gnarly.
There was also a gray man in large underwear. I see him when I close my eyes.
Robin just looks at Starfire now and is like, what is going on, guys?
You guys wouldn't get it.
Sometimes
do I know
dread?
Do I know John Constantine, like, of John Constantine through working with Batman?
Roll history.
Haven't had the roll yet. I need to get my history roll out. 18.
You have heard mention of him when Batman has needed to deal with things in Gotham that have dealt with the occult. It's, as far as you understand, he's a reserve member of the Justice League.
Would he be somebody that would know about vampires?
Potentially.
Are you trying to get in on our girls only trip? That was out of character, to be
just
clear.
trying to figure out what you guys are doing.
Wait, are we not invited?
Oh, you haven't asked.
I mean, that could be a interesting resource. And I mean, he probably knows about Edwina over here. Well, how are we going to find him? I mean, we could hop on a plane to London. feel like we're just following Mad Mod at that point.
Have you guys brought up John Constantine by name?
No.
Oh yes, you have. So
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
she Raven
mentioned him. Yeah, I think I haven't talked about this with anybody but Raven. So like,
yeah. But so Raven brought it up, and when you brought it up, Plastic Man goes, "Oh yeah, I met that guy. He well, if you're looking for him, I mean, I'd just say maybe ask around the local pubs. Guy kind of reeks of alcohol, even at work."
It's good enough for me.
We are the minors.
Teen Titans Go to the pub.
How old are we in the show?
Not old enough to be.
16.
Please call this episode Teen Titans Go to the Pub.
Oh boy. Yep.
I'm just chanting road trip, road trip, road trip.
Okay, we're not quite 18 yet, right?
No.
I think the only one who's arguably 18 is Cyborg.
Yes.
Perfect. He can go to the pubs.
Also, it's Europe. It's Europe though, so I don't know what
the drinking age in England's 18.
18 in Europe, yeah.
I just looked it up.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Drinking age is on Tamarind.
Probably 0.
Oh my God.
Probably there's no beverages that aren't fermented and alcoholic.
Give it the good substance. Make it big and strong.
Why are they better than us?
So does this mean you all want to come with us?
Well, yeah. You're going to another country.
It also seems like it would be good for backup, just in case something happens.
That wouldn't be a girls' road trip, but
Stop being so binary, Starfire.
It's 2003.
I can be as bigoted as I want.
In 2003.
I can change into a kitty cat, but I can't change into a girl.
What? But he can turn into a female cow.
He can?
No.
Yes,
yeah, he does.
A cow.
In the Titans Go?
No, in the fucking in Teen Titans.
How did I turn into a cow?
Employee of the
got an udder and everything.
I had udders.
An employee of the month turned into a cow.
Should we just take a big cow along with us?
Cows are incredible. I mean, in order to produce milk, I would need to produce a child.
You know what? Let's do it. I haven't been to London.
I like how this went from girls' trip to the whole team is going now.
I mean, we're not invited. The guys can go do something on our own that's better.
Yeah. Me and Beast Boy are going to have all the fun. Robin can come
and
too.
Robin too.
Can go play video games or something.
No, we're gonna go to China.
Okay.
Split the party.
Has to rapidly come up with a DC-centered China adventure.
They really just like go to Chinatown. Like
we're gonna find I can't think of a Justice League person who's over there.
Real time, Beast Boy was trying to think of a Chinese Justice League member. In the Shredder.
Captain Atom?
Yes.
Oh, there's an Animal Man. Whoever Animal Man is.
Yes.
Yeah, we've already gone over this. We've literally had the conversation about Animal Man already. Okay, we stop googling things.
Let's
move on.
Is Animal Man in China though?
Why?
He is now.
He is now.
This party is having some trouble making like narrative decisions.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Improv, what is that? How do I Teen Titan?
Okay, so are you guys going to London or not?
Yes, I mean,
Yes.
All right.
yeah, Raven and Starfire and I guess Child.
Edwina. Okay.
Does an adventure to London to look for a known sorcerer sound like a mysterious experience?
She just sort of is like chewing gum. Yeah, I guess so.
Okay, then let's go. If that's okay with Agent Morgan and Plastic Man.
They just sort of have like these like bags under their eyes, and they look like exhausted, and they're like put their arms up and shrug. They're like, I guess. and there's a moment where Plastic Man, he walks over to you, and he kind of like morphs so that he looks like this weird like hardened criminal with like a goatee. He says, "All right, now, young man, you best get my daughter home on time and in one piece. I'll break your legs."
Like you did to that kid at the party?
No, he goes, no, I think he electrocuted himself.
Oh
How
my
did he-
god! It's child murder.
Let us get a video away from these people.
Yep, that's our cue to leave.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Aha,
so you're gonna
like-
cast
Why-
teleportation.
Without warning, teleport everybody to London.
Please tell me that you are applying the chance of failure.
Yes. So
Then we're talking
okay.
about planes and cars, so I'm just gonna,
You-
without warning, just teleport everybody.
So what are you visualizing in your mind when you're thinking about London?
What's the big landmark in London again?
Big Ben.
That's what I picture.
All right, the big clock. Okay. So
I don't travel.
I would consider that with TV and stuff that you would have probably seen. That is probably viewed once. This is a place you have seen. Yeah. So better than description. Viewed once. We're gonna roll on the mishap table for
Oh
teleportation.
jeez.
I mean, we could end up
Okay.
somewhere else.
Yep.
Like in
Let
China.
me. Like in
Tell me what's
China.
the downside. I'm still doing it, but you know.
We're going to go to China. And
Oh, holy shit! You rolled 100.
Oh.
I rolled 100.
Is that good?
Is that good or bad?
That is good. That means you get on target. 74 to 100 is on target.
Woo, nat 20, but like bigger.
Yeah, that's amazing. Honestly.
Especially because I just like really want to prank the team and just teleport them.
Yeah,
I'm
like
slightly disappointed.
yeah. I mean, like the worst odds were like in all odds, you like might have like gotten a little off center, unless you did really badly. But you know, you literally got 100, so
I nailed it.
you nailed it. You guys all show up. So if it's daytime, okay, what the hell is the time? Okay, the UK is 8 hours ahead. So assuming this was like about mid-morning to midday, it's like the sun is starting to set, or it has set in London.
That's the perfect time to go to the pub.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So
So you guys appear in front of this. Don't ask me to get too detailed in describing London. I've never been there. But you appear in front of this big, tall building with a big clock, and you are in the middle of the street. And this like taxi drives by along the street and splashes water on you.
oh, rude.
And someone says like, "Oh, you look like a bunch of cunts."
Blimey, there's a great tower.
What a nice place.
So where do we find the London pug?
I turn into a pug dog.
I look around and I see a building called the Bloody Crotch.
Oh my, no!
No. Ew. Oh my god.
Wait, is it like the bloody crotch, like it's covered in blood, or is it
No,
like
like
bloody
cursive,
crotch?
but also,
yeah.
Like an
really
exclamation?
sleazy.
All right, so are you guys asking around in the pubs about a John Constantine?
I mean,
Yeah.
can we
And
go in
also,
pubs? Like you gotta
Are
let
they
us.
letting us in?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they will.
As a bartender, I can tell you right now, they will let you
Yeah,
into a bar, but they will ID check you if you try to buy anything.
This is
Yeah,
Britain.
okay,
You can drink
fair
it like,
enough.
Typically.
you can drink it like what, 10 here?
No, it's 18. Ryan looked it up a minute ago. So you could get a drink, Cyborg, but none of the rest of them could. And if you guys are just going in, then and asking questions, then they might answer your question.
I go in and I ask, I'll have one of your finest beers.
Oh my god. They definitely ID check you.
Bloody he goes, bloody Americans, they got robot pots now. Yeah, whatever. And he's like, I'm gonna need to see an ID, young man.
ID? All right. I show my Titan's badge. Teen Titan.
He's like, that's not what I'm talking about.
Oh crap. I have a driver's license, right?
Yes.
Okay, I show him that.
He looks at it. Yeah, damn Americans. Yeah, that works. It's got the birth date on it. He's like, and he fills up. He gets you a beer.
It's
It's
like,
the shittiest
what
Bud
kind
Light.
of beer is it?
It's a Bud Light.
It's a Bud
I
Light.
don't-
This is in England. This is in England.
I'm trying to think
Okay.
I mean, the beers aren't that different from
What are
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, bold of you
Um,
to assume they don't serve that in England.
Okay, they might. He might just, but he gives you a beer. I am not gonna get into beer. I don't even like thinking about beer because beer is gross.
I like
But he gives you a beer.
I want to
Probably sucks because it's a beer.
I want to play this
I agree,
bartender for you, and he needs some help.
I mean, feel free to do drink stuff as the resident bartender.
I think Ryan and I both got you covered.
Yeah.
I take a drink. I'm like, this is terrible.
I go up and I try to take a drink of what he's drinking.
He goes, I know, passing off to the younger ones.
So little question marks appear over my head when he says that to me, and I look for the nearest person, and I kiss them.
Oh God! Holy shit! We've gotten to it. We've gotten to the consent issues. Okay, they are a normal human or person. They have no ability to resist you. They
I don't
squirm
wrestle
as
them. Like,
well, I mean, I guess you would surprise them, but like if they try to push you away, you're like a
Just
wall.
fist a random guy at the bar.
yeah, no. If they try to push me away, I would definitely respond to that. But I'm just thinking of this as like a regular if you watch Teen Titans like Trouble in Tokyo, like this doesn't really occur to her as a big deal.
Okay, yeah, I know. And so it happens, and then they react because it's a surprise.
Okay.
And they're
Are
like,
they into
"Oi,
it?"
what?" Wait. Also, who do you kiss? Do you kiss the bartender or someone else?
I love how every single British accent of yours is the same.
I think it's spot on, honestly.
Who's close to me?
I would say there's the bartender. in front, and then there's there's a few people at the bar, both men and women.
So I just want to clarify that I don't believe that this would work, but I think that Starfire's confusion here is that she does not know if this is a different enough dialect to be a different language, because she does not know what they're saying.
Okay.
So I am going to kiss the bartender.
Okay.
Oh man, you're gonna get kicked out is what's gonna happen.
So you kiss the bartender and you pull away.
Yeah.
You do, I think you would have a more a better understanding of the dialect. Like you'd understand like British accent like a native speaker, and you could emulate it.
Yes.
If you choose to.
It's like when I am watching a British movie and I put on subtitles because I'm like I can't follow this.
I put myself in trance. Like whoa, and by the way, she's like 25 in alien years.
So the bartender turns pink. And then immediately starts stuttering and is like, "Oh, hey, get the hell out of here, you fucking sprogs!" He looks around and everyone is looking at it. He's like, "She kissed me, all right? I'm not going in the fucking clinker. Get out of here!" And he he's like, "Get the fuck out of my pub."
I walk out sort of confused by like that reaction. I'm just like. I don't know what that bloke's problem was. I just wanted to try to
Raven looks at her quizzically for a moment and then goes, "Starfire, you can't just kiss people without their consent."
Oh no, I was not kissing him. I was. And she sort of puts two and two together, like understanding where that like different sort of happened. It's like. Sort of
Raven just nods.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I go back into the bar.
Oi, what the hell are you doing in here? I said get the hell out.
I am very sorry for kissing you without your consent.
I try to drag Starfire out.
Get out before I call the coppers.
I lift Starfire with telekinesis.
After I say that,
I leave. Float her out.
Okay, are you guys gonna try the next pub? Maybe you'll actually ask your question.
Yeah.
Okay, you got into the next pub. There's a female bartender there. You can play that one if you want to, Charlie.
Oh goodness. Good evening, darlings. What can I do for you?
Good.
Thank you. I don't know how to do that, so.
We're looking for a nice man. He goes by the name John Constantine. He's a little weird from what I understand. Into paranormal stuff.
Do I know who John Constantine is?
So, yes, in fact, he's a regular. He's pretty much a regular for everyone in the street.
Yeah.
And you turn and look and point as he's just walking out the side door.
What's the name of this pub, by the way?
Oh, I don't know. What's the name of the pub?
The Creaky John.
I
like pulling pub names out of my ass. It's very fun.
Yeah, it is fun. So basically you can point out to them that, oh yeah, that's John going out the side door just now.
There.
I address the barkeeper and I point towards Edwina and I say and a scoop for me, mate.
This is not an ice cream place.
Nope, that's the slang. That's the slang.
It is? It is?
Yes. And if you're British and you're listening and I'm wrong, I'm very sorry. I'm doing my best.
Okay. No, good. But Okay, you can say that, but yeah, you guys turn as she points out the person leaving out the side door, and you see a blonde man stumbling out the side door. He has like a like a tan like trench coat type thing that's like flowing behind him as he stumbles out the side door.
That's our John.
I'm gonna follow him.
All right, are you guys following?
I think we follow him.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
you all follow
Please tell
out the door.
We all are going to follow him, trying to be sneaky, but absolutely obvious.
Yep, that sounds about right.
I am green.
Exit out the side door, and as you do, you look around, and you see he's like down the alleyway, like pretty dang far away, but still stumbling at the same pace, and he like turns around the next corner.
I'm gonna follow him some more.
All right, you
I'm
guys
gonna
start
turn into
pursuing.
a
Yeah.
Falcon and try and fly stealthily over to try and see where he's going.
I turn invisible
Okay.
and I pursue him at my fast alien speed.
Okay, as you guys start doing that, you guys start pursuing at high speed and invisibly, and like flying over to get a view of him, and the rest of you just following through the alleyway. It is like suddenly mist starts to roll out on the street, and whenever you turn a corner, he's turning the next corner. And those of you looking down from flying above, you like as soon as you like get a little too high, it's like the mist is too dense for you to keep track of him. The only way you can really keep an eye on him is from following through the alleyways from behind. And no matter how fast you go, in a weird spatial distortion, he's always around the next corner. Do you continue pursuing him?
Does anybody have any like anti-magic that could like deal with that?
Does anybody think to just say
magic.
hi?
Can I grab him with telekinesis?
You have to spell magic.
You want
Yeah.
You might
I
wanna-
you want to try to?
I do.
Okay. So you cast telekinesis. As you cast telekinesis on him, he like drunkenly stumbles and like slightly does like a half turn back towards you, and like almost in like a passing way. Like you've never seen like spellcraft this fast or like unconscious. He casts counterspell at equal level. Because that's how his leveling works, and you guys will find out more later. But it's like you try to cast it, and then immediately he he's switching away a fly.
Jeez.
Counterspells your telekinesis
Jeez.
and continues moving down the alleyway.
Okay.
Like he doesn't even notice you.
Rude.
Well, hey, you, come back here. I cast Vortex Warp on him.
What?
It's a
Oh.
second level spell. And yes.
All right, he does.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, no, go ahead. Yeah, he only gets one reaction.
It's
So
a Constitution saving throw, or else the range 90 feet, or the target is teleported to an unoccupied space of my choice.
A Constantine saving throw.
a Constantine.
Constitution saving throw. Bad joke.
Is his constitution good right now, being that he's, drunk?
No. And it's 9, so he does teleport.
Whee! I put him like right in the middle of us. I'm like, hey, buddy.
What the hell?
Oh, hey, sorry to surprise you like that. We're theoretically friends.
Okay, are the rest of you doing anything actively against him on your turns?
No.
I'm just landing back with the group.
I'm just trying to keep him around, honestly.
You're all looking at him, and he looks at you, he's like, what the hell? Bloody... children? Could be not what they seem, though. And let me roll a d4, if anyone can guess what this spell is.
Oh no! Wait, did he actually live somewhere, or is he doing this before that?
Basically, you guys are watching him.
Okay.
And then it's like you blink, but you didn't blink, and he's not in the middle of that group anymore.
Oh, okay, gotcha. He's somewhere else, but we can see him.
And you look around, and you see him casually strolling back down, like kind of at a quicker pace, but he's still walking. He's walking down an alleyway, and he dips around a corner.
I cast locate object on his cloak.
Okay, so you get a ping on his cloak. Now, the weird thing about this with locate object going is that as you guys pursue him down the alleyways and he dips around corners, it is like your locate object is going all over the place. Like there's some sort of spatial distortion effect that is like causing like it to be in one location and then further ahead like in less than a second. And you guys pursue him in this way. He's now fleeing at a much more intentional pace until the mist clears. You're no longer in alleyways, and you have found yourself in some like more rural type looking area or like less buildings around, and you see him quickly walk up the steps of this big manor and go through the door.
Okay.
I don't know what that sound effect was, but it was.
He went through the door.
Computer dying.
Knock.
Hold on, I gotta plug in.
I walk up and knock. Hey, buddy. Looks like we got off on the wrong foot here.
Yeah, we need your help. We're not trying to, like, we're not trying to hurt you or chase you. Just, hello?
As you knock, the door creaks open slightly.
Is it an abandoned building?
No, it's like a big manor.
Oh.
I'm going in.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'll follow.
You're going in?
I go in.
Does anyone pursue it also going in?
Yeah, I'm following.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, you guys are all going in. And Edwina's with you, by the way, through all of this as well. Probably like lagging behind a significant way, like a significant amount. Like, well, I mean, I guess she has 30 feet, and if you guys haven't all been doing full speed spells and shit, but probably like she's panting, and she's like, oh my gosh. Wait, are we going in someone's house without permission? Okay, I'm in. She walks in as well. And you guys head inside.
Like, you left your door unlocked.
As soon as you step into the building, we need everyone to make wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
Oh, I'm great at those.
Yeah, me too.
No, you actually are.
But
yeah, I know.
I'm not.
All right, everyone make a save.
Definitely not.
This is why I strolled in with no care in the
I
world.
feel like I shouldn't.
But I rolled a nat 20, fortunately.
Oh, wow.
I got a 4.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god, a nat 1.
Oh, yes. Now, even with the nat, so even with the nat 20, I know I'm gonna be a party pooper DM and say technically in 5th edition you can't crit succeed on saving throws. It's only for tag rolls and shit.
No, I agree.
Now, it that doesn't hit the DC, unfortunately. So everyone, what was this 22 you rolled?
That was me.
That was you. That does not hit it either. 19 points of psychic damage, which is you are not resistant to Starfire.
Damn. Okay.
And you are suddenly thrown into a memory. We're gonna go one at a time here.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Raven.
Yes.
This is the day that you felt the existential dread, the sense of your father's powers growing stronger. You know you had to leave the monks of Temple Azarath and find people on Earth, anywhere, anyone who could help you. And it seems a simple thing, but the fear in it is almost maddening. The unknown, all you know is that you have to leave. You cannot put these people who helped you and raised you so much in harm's way. And you gather your few belongings, and in the most dread-filled moment of your life, step through a portal and appear in a bustling city, a stranger. Beast Boy, you are young, a young boy. You've been through some hard times. Your body has changed, now green. Well, you would have been green because you're half orc. That's weird. But you got your weird, your animal powers. Things have been uncertain. You almost died when you were very, very little. But your parents are smart and capable people. They were able to heal you, and it actually made you powerful. You could turn into the fun animals that you would always meet on safari with them in places like Brazil and Africa. And things will be better. But that is when a man walks in and sits you down and starts to give you news of the boating accident. Your parents have passed. Starfire.
Yeah.
Your life, always up to this point, one of glory and privilege. But now your people, they have been defeated, brought low. You are in shackles, and you are being sold to Gordanian slavers. You don't know what is going to happen, but you know you must fight. Cyborg.
Yeah.
You are in a car. You're talking to your mom. You're complaining to her about your father. Her husband, as you're referring to him. Won't even call him that. Suddenly, you guys head through an intersection and a car slams into the side of you. You tumble. And then the next thing you remember is waking up on a table. Not a hospital table, but in a Star Labs facility. You see your father there standing above you. You see his critical look, looking you up and down, prodding parts of your now mechanical body that you realize in horror. He looks at you and says, "Don't worry, son. I've saved you. But I'm afraid I wasn't able to do the same for your mother." Robin, you're standing up in the rafters, like basically in the circus tent. There's this area where the trapeze artists stand in between moments. You have just finished a set with your parents, and you see now them returning, going into this beautiful combination trick that they are famous for. You watch them, your parents, they're the most beautiful people you've ever known. They are graceful and powerful, and right now, you don't think about anything. You don't think about the mobsters that have been making threats in the circus as you guys have been stationed outside Gotham. You just see your parents. But then, suddenly, the trapeze ropes fall loose as they are at the height of their trick, and they plummet to the ground. You screaming, you jump, trying to grab another one, swinging down, trying to grab them. Your father, holding onto your mother's hand, tries to reach out to you, but they crash to the ground, their bodies broken. Sometime later, you standing there in shock as the paramedics come, clean up the bodies. A man who you'll come to know very well walks up behind you, puts his hand on your shoulder. And that's the end of your vision. You all wake up in the mansion and shell-shocked from your experiences. And you're in this room, this like main entrance foyer, and leading into like this wide open like study, like lounge area. There's books and things, and there's a fire going. And you are shaky. But you look around, you don't see the man you were pursuing. What would you like to do?
John Constantine, we're here needing your help.
I think as an impulse, I check back at Edwina because we're superheroes and she's a civilian.
Mm-hmm. She hasn't stood up yet. She's sitting there on the ground, just shaking, and just kind of swallowing. Like, she keeps swallowing, like she tries to say something and then just keeps swallowing. Yeah, she's very shaky.
Did we break the child?
I sort of unclench my fist and just like go over to her side and like put a hand on her shoulder while Robin is doing whatever he's doing.
And kind of fume to myself for a bit, and I say, "Hey, that wasn't cool, man."
In the chair over by the fireplace, you could have swore you didn't see someone in it before, but now you do. And he slaps the book shut and lays it on the coffee table nearby. He stands up, not yet facing you, and says, "Well, casting spells on me in the alleyway and all that shite. Not very cool, as you Americans say it." He turns around and looks at you. You see this man, grizzled face, blonde hair, and 5 o'clock shadow that you sense is probably a more constant staple of his look. And he says, "Can you shut the door there, love?" to Raven. And you, with like no point of resistance at all, reach over to the door handle and close it, like before you even realize that you obeyed his command.
Thanks, I hate it.
And that's where we're going to end this episode of Teen Titans Roll.
Oh no!
We're gonna kill John Constantine.
The bad thing is my first impulse after having to relive that again is to throw an explosive thing.
yeah.
What happens?
Pretty much.
I don't think attacking him will be a good idea, but I kind of want to know what happens.
I know it's not a good idea, which is why I didn't start blowing up his house.
We can take him, guys. Maybe.
I don't think we can.
Andy seems to have some hold on you guys.
We have a Tamaranian.
Well,
or maybe he has a Tamaranian.
No, he does not.
Being traumatized and also maybe being mind controlled.
We have a Tamaranian, but they have a Hulk.
That's what happens when you walk into the House of Mystery when you're not invited.
Listen, the girl said she wanted a mystery event.
They opened the door for us. He opened the door.
And then then Benedict Cumberbatch walks down the street, and he's like, well, that happened.
Look,
time to Scooby-Doo this shit.
to be fair, we're not vampires. We don't need an invitation to go inside.
It's true. We can fucking open doors on our own. We're very powerful.
Not this one. So, my feelings about Teen Titans Go are complicated because I watched Teen Titans Go to the movies and it was great. Like, the comedy was really good and it's good. And I also watched the kind of the crossover movie where it was the Teen Titans and versus the Teen Titans Go, and I thought that was also pretty good in terms of like writing / like acting. The animation was like sort of like Toon Boom-ish, but like it's one of those things where it's like regardless of like how good or enjoyable Teen Titans Go is for what it is, or how much the cast enjoys doing it, or all these things, it's like Teen Titans Go still, like, even if you don't get into the conversations about like, you know, it trolling fans or doing whatever, it's still like ruined the state of like cartoons on Cartoon Network in the recent decade, because like they literally played nothing but repeats of Teen Titans Go one week just constantly, and then like one movie one afternoon.
Okay, now let me come in here as the Teen Titans Go defender, which for some reason seems to be my resident position in this show. The fact of the matter is that that's not the show's fault. That's the deranged.
That's the networking.
Yeah. I have
That's
seen a
fair.
few episodes at this point, and it is actually very entertaining.
I've seen a lot more episodes, and maybe about 40% of them are like good. And like
it's like it's not a good like show, but it's like entertaining to put on.
Yeah, that's
I'm just like, this is stupid.
Yeah, and that's all fair.
I hate how
but
it's
like
in the face of the original story, but
it's definitely an AU at this point.
Yeah, it's entirely AU.
Yeah. And that's all totally fair. However, I think that what like Teen Titans Go is like, in terms of like what it is, it's like really sugary candy, and I think that the network, like Cartoon Network as a network, was like, oh, we could just throw this shit out there, kids will eat that up and they'll watch it all day. And it's sort of also slanted like the direction of a lot of like cartoons, like like away from like action cartoons of like, you know, like semi-serious stories and like good artistry, to like comedy, which is fine, but like comedy of like haha fart joke and let's twerk a lot. And I'm fine, I love fart jokes, but listen, like what I'm saying is that I don't think the Powerpuff Girls reboot would exist if not for Teen Titans Go, and that like it's guilty of that sin, at least, of like producing shows like that.
And again, I don't think the show can be blamed for its effects. I don't think it could have expected like to be as popular as it did. Like I like if you watch the first season is kind of directly parody of Teen Titans. It's like almost a Teen Titans abridged series. But then it just got so popular, and there's like, 10 seasons, and it's just like, what are we even riffing on anymore? And the chaotic side of me just finds that flaming garbage to be like fascinating, and I love it.
Okay. And I appreciate that, okay, and like I appreciate that chaos.
Gone too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I definitely feel like it's gone too far. And I definitely think that, like, I'm not saying it's the show's fault. I'm saying, or here's what I'm not saying. I'm not saying the show intended to do it, or I'm not holding any ill will against the show for being what it is. I'm just saying that I do see a line of correlation between the existence of the show and the proliferation of it, and the proliferation of like subsequent like copied humor in other shows. And I just don't think it's the most productive direction for animation to be taking.
Yes,
I
agree with that. I agree with that hardcore.
I was honestly hoping that the popularity it had gotten would actually make people like recognize the original show and try and.
Oh yeah.
But that didn't happen. So.
No.
Yeah.
It's basically Family Guy for kids, though. Is the thing? It's basically the kids version of Family Guy.
That's the best stuff.
No,
that's
Family
the
Guy
best
is
description of it.
No, wow! You just defended Family Guy.
Family Guy is better.
Okay. So, what's our question for tonight? After that,
we can't do critique on this podcast; it'll get weird.
Well, I'm glad I have it for the end portion anyway.
I'll be right back.